Jig it out. Hey, good morning. Happy Monday. Happy 29th of June. Can you believe in 48 hours the whole first half of 2020 will be over? That kind of like blows my mind a little bit. I don't know about the rest of you, but my closets are clean, because what else? Alrighty, so I want to kind of shift things around a little bit today. I do want to start with a video that we're going to come back to a little later on in our time together. I know we only have 15 minutes, but let's get through this 3.5-minute video. It is also, it's kind of a Will Smith kind of day for me. So we played some Will Smith to get us going, getting jiggy with it. And now we're going to get jiggy with Will Smith talking about achievement and self-discipline.
Of emotional self-defense. Taking responsibility is taking your power back.
I believe that self-discipline is the definition of self-love. That when you say that you love yourself, that means that you have behavior towards yourself that is loving. It's like you say to yourself, hey man, look, I know you want to eat that pizza and it'll be really good, you know, but I can't let you eat that, man, because if you eat that pizza, you're gonna feel like shit, you know, and I love you too much to let you eat that. And I think the word discipline has kind of gotten a bad name. We think about it in terms of punishment. I'm not talking about discipline in that way. I'm talking about discipline in the sense that you forego immediate pleasure for the exchange of long-term self-respect. Self-love is when you say to yourself, man, look, I know you and that girl got a real connection. I know y'all vibe, but that's your girl's cousin. So I love you too much to let you do that. Self-love is, hey, look, I know you got a test on Monday, you know, and I know you really want to go out with your friends. It's Saturday night, you want to go out, but if you fail that test, you're not going to feel good about yourself. You know, I love you too much to let you go out tonight. Self-discipline is self-love. If you want to be happy, you have to love yourself, which means you have to discipline your behavior. The road to sustained happiness is through disciplining your behavior.
Oh, baby. Thank you, Will. I'm loving me that Will Smith this morning. How about you? So we're going to come back to that because I want to give you my thoughts on how self-discipline kind of marries with achievement and things that I've noticed over the past couple of years regarding traits that achievers seem to have in common. And it starts right there with self-discipline. Let's get through some announcements first. I do know that we need to remind you about Aaron Kaufman today. Do be on Zoom at 1:30. For those of you who have seen Aaron before, you know it's well worth the 2 hours you'll invest this afternoon. He will be on from 1:30 until 3:30. If you really want to understand how to really get the most out of being a partner inside of this organization, be there at 1:30. Be there at 1:30 and allow Aaron to explain to you exactly what that looks like, what the benefits are, and how the finances come back to you on that partnership. The other thing to remind you, you saw over the weekend, I sent out something on Ben Kinney's Wealth Series. We will start that tomorrow. Do RSVP to that email, please, if you're going to be a part of that, so I can understand some numbers, and I will send out the login information to those who have registered later on today. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and look at my email from over the weekend for Ben Kinney's Wealth Series. Paul.
Hey, good morning, Rick. So the road to happiness, to quote Will Smith, is actually through 3%. The 30-year fixed, single family, good credit, 5% down, 3% mortgage today. It's great. And the 15-year fixed for a single family or a condo is at 2.375%. And I just want to go back to something that Bill said last Friday and remind everybody that, you know, when you're in a bidding war with somebody, let's say you think you have a $480,000 mortgage, and the place is in a bidding war and you have to go up in your price. So you go from, say, 505 to 530,000. You go up 30 grand in your price. At 95% financing, that's only $1,500 in down payment and only $125 more per month. So don't lose the house. The rates are so low that really going up in price has a very small price to pay. So get that dream house.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Paul. We so appreciate that update. Anybody has any questions or comments, make sure you get to Paul today. Wanted to give you an update on our friend Diego. Some of you saw perhaps the update that went out over the weekend. Diego has had a really rough couple of days. His surgeries from last week, last Friday, did end up in them needing to amputate his left foot because the burns were just too severe to save his foot. And so they are continuing to do whatever they can to make sure that his progress is steady. But do know that that this is a bad situation, and he is fighting as hard as he can fight. And what we can do is help him fight by our thoughts, by our prayers, and also by our money. I will tell you that one of the things that we continue to learn is we're still trying to gather some information on insurance and on financials and how that's all going to look for him as this progresses. And what we know is that we're just going to need more money in order to help Diego and his family. And so we raised our goal over the weekend. We've already almost hit that. We're raising it again. Do me a favor, if you haven't gone on to that GoFundMe page, I'm going to pop it here in the link in the chat. please go ahead and do that. Any amount will be helpful. Post it on your Facebook pages. I know that some of you have had clients reach out and donate, and friends that don't even know Diego. And so we're so appreciative of anything and everything that you can do. The market centers are going to be donating whatever company dollar from Diego's pendings that he had closing, so that we can add that to that pot as well. But what we know is that this is a long haul scenario, and we need a whole lot of things, and one of those things is money to help. So anything you can do would be appreciated in that. Jen, anything else on that?
Well, I also will not be collecting any of the coaching fees from him. So I've donated all that back. And he does have another surgery today at 1:30. His grandmother and his uncle are going to be arriving on Friday to help his mom out. And she's just so grateful for everything that everybody's doing. And we just have to keep praying for him.
Yeah, and the good news is that his mom finally was able to see him over the weekend. So that's helpful. I can't imagine going through what he's going through and being in that hospital room alone, and not having family members there, and not being able to talk on the phone or anything. So we appreciate everything that you guys are doing to allow us to help in whatever way we possibly can through this tragic time. So thank you. Also, you may have seen a meal train email go out. I think we've got the first week covered. We are looking to take care of this through the month of July at a minimum. So do jump on that meal train. Again, see Steve's email over the weekend for more information on that, and do sign up. But because of the world we're living in, restaurant delivery or Grubhub card donations are kind of how we're doing that meal train, instead of cooking and going and bringing food. So do jump on that, and we appreciate that as well. All right, so to circle back around and to move us forward into the week, I wanted to share with you some of my thoughts about when I listened to Will Smith talk about self-discipline. It got me thinking about achievers, and I've been lucky enough in my world to spend time with some real achievers, and I've also spent time with people who have achieved less. And one of the things I've noticed is that achievers tend to behave along a certain trajectory, different than those who achieve less. And it's when you listen to Gary talk about the 6 personal perspective, it's what he noticed over time that set people apart in terms of what they accomplished. And so I was just jotting some things down I wanted to share with you. So take out a pen and paper, because this is a list. But I do want to run through this list really quickly. And the good news is that my friend Marty Miller is half the time he normally is today. So I'm stealing some of his minutes. All right, so achievers. Number 1, pay attention to self-discipline. They make self-mastery their one thing, right? They're all about training their mind to accomplish what it is they want to accomplish at all costs, giving up the short term for the long term, right? So self-discipline, as Will Smith talked about, is so key. Number 2, achievers have a plan. They have goals, they have strategies, and they implement off of that plan. It's not just that they write a plan and set it aside and then go do whatever during the day. No, their day consists of that plan, right? So achievers have and implement a plan. Number 3, achievers don't care about what other people think. Achievers don't care about what other people think, right? It doesn't much matter what somebody else thinks about what you're doing. And if that's something you still struggle with, that's a muscle you have to keep working to recognize that you're doing your thing and to hell with everybody else. Because the idea about achievers is that if they spent all their time, effort, and energy caring about what other people thought about what they were doing, what they were saying, how they were going about running their business, they wouldn't have the time, effort, and energy to actually achieve, right? They'd be too distracted by what other people think. Number 4, achievers are willing to be first, and they're willing to be wrong. They're willing to be first in doing something, right? And this is an important one for us right now in our industry, right in this moment in time, because we've got a lot of firsts going on, right? We're changing things up like crazy the last couple of months, the next couple of months. Don't be fearful of that. Don't be afraid to go and say, you know what, we're going to do it this way from now on. And be okay with that, regardless of what anybody else is doing, because achievers aren't afraid to be first. Number 5, achievers take action. Achievers take action. They implement. They listen to things, they hear stuff, and then they go and do it. Instead of having the smartest bookshelves on the planet, they actually implement the things that they learn. Number 6, achievers practice a lot. People who achieve practice. People who achieve plan and then practice that plan and then implement that plan. You see how a lot of these start to kind of intertwine? Steve and I were talking about a conversation we need to have with one of our children, and we were taking a walk last night, and he said, well, let's go home and do it. And I said, no, let's do it tomorrow night, because I need to plan and then I need to practice so that when I'm having that conversation, I'm having it at a high level. So that it actually achieves the result we're looking for, instead of just coming off the cuff and having it veer off into a direction that I'm not interested in. So we're going to delay that by 24 hours so that I have an opportunity to plan it and practice it. Number 7, achievers are students of the game that they are playing. They are students of the game that they are playing. Which means you need to be waking up every single morning saying, how do I win at this real estate thing? How does it work? What are other people doing? How are other people doing it? If I'm not achieving quite as much as somebody else, what am I missing? What piece can I plug in? Right? They are students of the game. They study it. They understand it. They get it at a high level. And then they go and create a plan, practice, and implement. Number 8, achievers are objective. They operate from a space of objectivity. No drama, no complaining, no blame, right? Remember, you get to take full responsibility for all of your successes and full responsibility for all of your failings, right? You get responsibility for both of those things. So just stay in that objective lane. Subjectivity can sometimes be a trap. Just be cautious around it. Number 9, achievers give their time to the people and tasks that move them forward. That's another important one. Your time is very limited. How are you spending it, and with whom are you spending it with? I've noticed that achievers limit their exposure to people that don't help them drive forward. And sometimes that means saying no to people. Sometimes that means purposefully separating yourself from an environment or a person that might not be helping you move forward. Don't spend time in the rearview mirror. It almost never matters, because it happened. Unless you have a hot tub time machine to go back and change it, what's the point? Just face forward and keep moving forward and grasp onto those people and tasks that move you there. Number 10, achievers celebrate their wins and they ask themselves how they accomplished that. Really, really important for this reason. Celebrating wins only helps you feel better about the wins and look to create more wins. And asking themselves how they accomplished that allows you to recognize that it wasn't just dumb luck. That there was a specific something that you did to achieve that, And so now you can go and do it again, right? Consistency comes from celebrating the wins and then figuring out how you did that so you can go and do it again and again and again. Number 11, they are passionate and persistent around their plan, around their goals, around what they're looking to achieve. Passion and persistence are massively important in an achiever's ability to achieve. If you're not passionate and you're not persistent, you don't get what you're looking to get. Number 12, they lead and serve others. Achievers lead and serve others. And I'll tell you what, this one was probably the most surprising to me and the most powerful to me of all the things that I was writing down that I've noticed over time about achievers. And that is that oftentimes achievers get a bad rap that they're kind of self-obsessed, that it's all about me and my success. No, the people who achieve at the highest level, they lead and serve others. It's about somebody else's success. Your success comes through that service and through that leadership. Wow. And here's your bonus. Achievers, number 13, fail. Achievers fail. It's not all success. It's not all roses. It's not all happiness and peaches and cream, right? Achievers are okay failing. They just get up faster than everybody else, and they get up more times and do it again and do it again until they don't fail, right? And then they go in a different direction and they'll go and fail again. So don't be afraid to fail. Any thoughts, questions, or comments about that list? Anybody see those things in achievers that I just made a list of? Anybody see that in themselves? Right? Use that as a list to say, where am I strong? Where can I find some additional opportunity in my own development? I'm gonna work on this one today. I'm gonna work on this one this week. I think I'm pretty strong here. How could I be even stronger? Right? All right, guys, I hope that was a hopeful list to kick our week off. Have a spectacular week this week. I'm so excited that we're going to be starting July, and I'm so excited I get to start it with you. With that, let's move to Marty Miller. Adonis, how are you this morning, my friend?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
I am spectacular. Thank you for asking.
Beautiful, beautiful. Everyone's feeling like champions after this powerful session. So today is day 64 of the challenge. We're really almost done, if you can believe that. Today we're going to talk about building a custom smart plan.
Good afternoon, Keller Williams, and welcome back to the KW Command 66-Day Challenge 3.0, and today is day 64. So super exciting announcement just made at Family Reunion. Super excited to be here in Dallas and see that happen live. And customizable smart plans are now available within your KW Command account, and that's today's video. So we're going to walk through it. Smart plans here on the fourth icon down, the diploma. So we're going to click on that icon to get into the smart plan applet. As you can see here at the top right hand corner, we've got a button that says create. So we're going to click on create to create our custom smart plan. And we can go ahead and name that plan. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I've been doing some teaching on DT-D2 and 555. And so I'm going to go ahead and put that together. What that is basically it's a quarterly call plan that also incorporates during that quarter additional social media touches and text. So it'll make sense as I roll that out here in just a second. So I'm going to call it DT-D2 and 555. I'm going to click on apply. And I get taken into the customizer here so I can start creating my custom smart plan. So the first thing that I want to do is have a call, right? So I want to make a call. So basically we're going to just put quarterly call for, and then I can come over here. These are merge fields. So I can actually click on merge field, and I want to put in contact first name, contact last name, And I'm just going to put a dash, and then I'm going to put the phone number. So it's right there, so it'll actually show up in the task manager, their name and their phone number. Really easy. That's going to be due today. So that's the first thing that's going to happen with this custom smart plan, is that it's going to tell me to make a call. Then I want it to wait 30 days. So I'm going to come and click on set delay. I can scroll down here, and the max delay is 30. So I can just click on maximum of 30 days. So I'll just type in there 30. The next thing I want it to do is create a task for me. And in this plan, it's going to be a touch task, and that's going to be a social media interaction. So I'm going to call them once a quarter. I'm going to interact with them on social media once a quarter. And then I'm also going to send them a text. So I'm going to set a delay of 30 more days, right? So I can come down here and do 30 days. And then I can come back up and I can say send SMS MMS. Here's the cool thing, because my Twilio account is already connected, I can say that this is a static text and it'll send out the same exact text every time, or I can do dynamic and actually have a variety of texts. So each time it goes through the plan, it'll vary it. So for right now, I'm just going to do a static text, and that text is going to say, hey, and I'm going to go ahead and put, right, merge field, contact first name. It's Marty Miller with Keller Williams. I spelled that wrong. Sorry, guys. I just wanted to touch base and see if you had any real estate questions or needs I could help with. Right, so this is actually going to be the automated text that goes out. It's going to fire automatically after the 60-day delay, right? So it's 30 days after the call, I'm going to do something on social media. 30 days after that, I'm going to send this text out automatically. And then I want it to wait 30 more days. So I'm going to click on set delay again. And I can come down, right? So we're going to make sure that that's a 30-day delay. And then I'm going to restart the plan. So I can just click on restart flow. Now when I come down to the bottom, you can see I could restart this flow and I could go through it one time, all the way up to 6 additional times, or I could just do it unlimited. In this case, I want it to repeat unlimited. So this is basically going to be my customized quarterly call plan that's actually going to have a call every month, a social media interaction every month, and then a text every single month. So that way, not every single month, every single quarter. So once month 1 is a call, month 2 is a social media interaction, month 3 is a text. So essentially at the end of the year, I will have touched these people 12 times in 3 different methods. So that's how you set up a custom smart plan. You can see I can move these items if I want. You can move up, move down, right? So kind of go through that. You can say, hey, I want to save this the way that I have it. You can come up here, right? This is how you want to save the actual smart plan. Smart plan total duration cannot exceed 90 days. So what did we do? We did day 31, so did 91. So let's come down here. We'll just say, all right, we'll do this 29 days. There we go. And now we can save that. And you can see all changes to smart plan have been saved. So I can come in and turn the plan on in my list if I choose to. I can actually start adding contacts to it. You can see this is a 90-day plan with 7 steps that includes 3 touches. So you can come through here and you can make these, I mean, it could be literally 90 days with, I don't know, 40 touches if you wanted, 40 steps, something along those. I mean, it's fully customizable. You can see you have the ability to send out emails, make a call, create a task, in addition to add a smart plan as well. So there's some other options available. So this is super exciting. Now I can just come back into my list, my smart plans. You'll see this new DTD2 plan at the very bottom of my list. Here it is, right? And so I can say, yes, I want it activated. I'm gonna go ahead and click on add contacts, and I can literally start adding contacts to this smart plan just by finding the people that I wanna have in there. I'll just add myself right now. This is probably the one I wanna add. And I'm gonna click on add to smart plan. I can also add people to smart plan by tags as well. And I have the choice of whether I want to start this person right now or do I want to start them on the future. So I'm going to go ahead and say, yes, I want to start this right now. It's going to say, here's your smart plan. Here's the one that I just built out, right? So as soon as I start them, it's going to Oops, I moved that around, so I wouldn't want to start them here, but make sure, and this is a good thing because it tells you this is what the steps are. Remember, I moved this, so actually it should be a phone call and then wait 30 days, and then a touch task 30 days, and then an automated text, and it waits 29 days, and then it starts over. So if I do want to edit the plan, I can get out of that. I'm going to come over here to the pencil. So this is a great example. Come back into the plan. It's like, oops, the call was supposed to be at the top, right? So let's move the call up. So now you can see the call is there. Let me click on save. Now I can come back in to the actual plan and add someone to it. And you'll see that it has now changed the order within the actual smart plan itself. So I'm just going to put myself on it very quickly, show you what that looks like. Here we go. And this one is the one I want on. Add to smart plan. I want that to happen now, and I can click on confirm. It's going to say these are the steps. Is this the one you want to add? Now you can see that's been reordered, and I can click on confirm. And I have now added myself to that custom smart plan. So guys, sky's the limit. You could create smart plans for your buyers, for your sellers, for your VIPs, just random lead generation based smart plans. I mean, so many possibilities, and it's super exciting. So that's today's 64th day of the 66-day challenge here live from Family Reunion. Hope everyone here is having a great time. And those of you that can't be here, I hope you're watching it on the live stream and kind of catching up from there as well.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Marty. As always, tomorrow he's going to review with us tracking referral patterns in Command. So that'll be a good one as well. Hope you all have a great day today. We're looking forward to having an awesome week. See you next time. Bye, Herb.